Hello, everyone. I am Rajesh Sinha, founder and chairman of Fulcrum Digital. Now here I'm joined with Vinay Mokashi.
Yeah, Rajesh, thanks for inviting me in this particular session. Quick introduction on me. I have put in almost about 40 years in IT industry so far. I'm operating right now from Pune. I have a wife and a son who has done his studies in US and working in embedded systems. That's a platform that he decided to work on. So he's working on that. I've worked with Fulcrum in past also, and in between took some break, and then I'm back over here.
So I would like to learn from you before joining Fulcrum. So if you can give your perspective when you rejoined back with us, how long you have been with us now, when you joined, how long did you work with us previously, and help us understand when you're in your first inning when you worked with us, what was your observation? And I think this conversation will be very candid and open and transparent because it needs to connect with all our people. And so I'll welcome all the honest feedback. And what was the motivational factor for you to again come back? And how does the life look for you today? What are you excited about for future? So just have your perspective here.
You know what? I worked earlier for about 3.5 years or 3.5 years to 4 years with Fulcrum, and then thereafter I went back to Mumbai. I joined back in 2017 March. I joined at a position of a vice president global delivery with it. While I left Fulcrum in my first inning with it, I had an opportunity to work with organizations which was a startup organization, and their customers were also startup customers. So that was I would say that it was a much different feeling and the experience to work with the customers because what we were the perspective where which it changed is looking at the MVPs, how you can quickly deliver the goods to them or the value the services, how we can quickly deliver the values to the customer. That was the different type of experience with me. While I looking back at what was I doing it earlier. Yeah, I was managing one of the business unit at that point of time. The Fulcrum's culture as such, it hasn't changed. The core values, they still remain as it is. Learning, innovation, they all remain as it is. And frankly, I must tell you that these learning culture, innovation are not something which are common in other organizations with it. One of the key thing, one of the the great thing that I've been experiencing is Rajesh, I haven't seen any chairman or a CEO taking so much interest in making sure that their next levels are encouraged to learn, and the passion that you have is definitely great. Of course, when I came back, I started taking over the projects and or especially the deliveries with it. But I think the perspective has changed a lot between what I was doing earlier and what I was doing it now. The most important thing I would say at this point of time is the empowerment, which I'm enjoying it. The risk-taking attitude, which is anyway there in Fulcrum's management, I also was experiencing with it. But the management support for taking the risk, go ahead, take your decisions, and we are there to back you up, is something which I would say is unique things. And I must also say that the way we actually look at the business in terms of the aggressive business approach and supporting the customer is not something which I would say is common in other companies.